Okay, so now you can see I just went into the campaign, new game, and now we have a set of options we can do. These options, enemy growth factor, you just hover over them, looks like gives a description. The rate at which enemy forces grow. Higher numbers result in lots of fleets and fast fortification of enemy lands. Alright, I think we can go ahead and do 1.5. You know, I'm okay. I'm a pretty expert player. I'll probably make... In the beginning, you don't have a lot, but... This shouldn't affect the difficulty too much, but setting this to a high number can make battles require a powerful computer. We'll set it to... We'll set it to 60,000. Why not? Resources given by destroying enemy. First playthrough, experienced player... I don't know. 0.8. As it goes on, you know, we'll get a lot of stuff. That thing is pretty cool. Except it just got... It's getting destroyed. Like, owned. Yeah, that thing... I don't know what happened to it. But, let's begin. Bam. As you can see, we're in our little place here. We have our little raft here. This is a starter raft that they just give you. I mean, why not? They're pretty nice as far as that, but I don't want it. Here, ooh, that is very new. I don't know what that is. That wasn't there last time I was here. There's our spawning beacon. Here's the place where we don't want the people to aim. Because that's our ammo storage. That blows up, we run out of ammo. Here is our defensive cannon. It's very sad. How do you fire again? Oh. What? Middle click? Since when? That's weird. Oh, control. Anyway, yeah. It's pretty cool. I don't like it. We're going to replace that some other time. This thing, affected by spawning, affects spin blocks, affects rotation. Okay, it's doing this thing. What are you? Okay, so we'll press the close bracket. We're spinning a bit. Strategic antenna. Uh-oh. Is this something new I have to know about? Dish piece. I'll just keep that there for now. That probably has something to do with the map screen. This game's getting more complicated all the time. Here is where we can control how high or how low our fortress is based on these turbines here. So we can make a very big engine and just have it float above and just put a whole bunch of shields on it and just use one thing to just plow everything. But I don't like that idea. You have some signs that the devs put in: resource collection, natural metal, scrap, and crystal. So here's your resource gatherers. We have 2 right now. There's no reason why we shouldn't have another one, except for, I think if you start off in this area, you don't have a lot of resources starting out. As far as in an area like this green little circle thing, this little I don't know what to call it. It reminds me of one of those like strings that had the little segments of plastic on the outside. I don't know what to call it, but that thing indicates a resource zone. And if I go to the map, bam, we're at the map. Here's the resource zone. You can see how much stuff is left. I think, wow, this used to be a lot more helpful as far as telling how much resources are. I guess The bottom one is how many crystals there are. If we go out here, parts are the blue, oil is the black, which makes sense. Metal is the gray, and green is the materials, and that's how much, I guess, the how many is left in the resource zone. And once that's gone, it regenerates quick. Sorry, it doesn't regenerate quickly. It regenerates pretty slowly, and by that time, I think hopefully we'll at least have a ship that we can plunder the nearby sectors. So here we start off in the bottom left. To the right, oh, I guess, yeah, they added the fog of war, so you can't really see what's going on, but to the right there's some stuff. I think the Deepwater Guard's over here. Onyx Watch is over here. Onyx Watch is more like they're kind of like a medieval type thing. A lot of the stuff is based off like castle structures and you know, like the look of a castle wall with the battlements. A lot of towers. Up here in the Foxmare is the Scarlet Dawn. I don't want to screw with them yet. I was thinking maybe it would be a cool idea to try and beat the game without having to use any lasers, but that's probably never going to happen. Anyway, we probably got to get moving fast, because the AI will start sending forces our way, and we need to get ready. How are we going to get ready? First of all, where the heck is my starter boat? Over there. This is awesome. When you have something you don't need, select it, and select scrap. Bam. And we will destroy what's left of the object, and we get those resources back. This is a dock of sorts. It's a tractor beam, I believe. Docking station, tractor beam. So you can hold ships here. So I will eventually have, you know, ships all around. I'll have that everywhere. Maybe a few planes, so I'll have a tractor beam up here, you know, facing outwards, holding a plane up in the air, because you can do that. I think the first order of business is to get rid of this thing. This thing is highly inefficient. Look at that. They don't even use scientific notation for the fuel use per power use. So let's get this going. First of all, I'll delete this stuff. And I'll be back when I'm done with that. In a second. BRB. Alright. So we're back here. I took out the engine. The stuff that's here is just because, for some reason, if you get rid of a block when something else is there, for some reason it stays there. So, like, if I did this, and this, and this, and that thing drops off, and now it stays in the world for some weird reason. Anyway, that's what's happening there. To be honest, we don't need this. We're probably going to rebuild this whole entire base. As you can see, there's a warning. Fortress destruction imminent. It's not very imminent. Stuff will start breaking off, but that's because we have no engine to keep it, our little fortress afloat. And so, it will start breaking down. Pieces will start breaking off, and then bad stuff is going to happen. But let's do the only engine I ever need. And you can see this engine, comparing to the last one, is a lot better. It's a lot more efficient, so we'll keep a lot more of our fuel. And, you know, be more efficient with our oil, so that way we can use it for our ships that will go out, be inefficient, and fight off others. Right now, I think we should focus on getting things... getting acquainted with a different defense structure. This thing kind of worries me because it's in the way of where a missile would probably go. Because I'm gonna attach a missile platform to this. But maybe I could just build an entire new fortress in the meantime, and Hopefully nobody attacks in between. And from there, I don't know. I'll think of a design, and I might be back with you guys when I figure something out. BRB. So after careful deliberation, oh my goodness, look at that sunrise. It's ugly. Options. Video. Fantastic. Whoa, did it just go full screen? Wow. Is it windowed full screen? I've been wanting that for a while here. Woo! Good thing. Good thing. Good thing. Oh, it's now in full screen. Okay. And everything's still recording? Looks like it. That's amazing. Okay. I've been having troubles trying to get it done with full screen, but looks like I have found the answer. I decided, after some thought, to keep it kind of like this and kind of expand on things. Kind of build stuff up, make things a little interesting. I kind of wanted, I was thinking of like having like a little, like a village type of feel. Kind of like a marsh village. Ever seen one of those where it has like, or like a harbor type village that has everything kind of like, I cannot think right now, but it has like little a walkway, catwalk over the water, and then it has houses on kind of structures, stilts, hovering above the water. I kind of like that feel. So I kind of want to keep it like that, kind of open, and kind of like this. This is kind of cool. This stuff's got to go. This stuff has oil in it, I believe, and we could use that for all sorts of things, like, I don't know, ships and ammo and other stuff that's more important. I don't know. I kind of thought of replacing a lot of these smaller blocks with these ones, the wood beams that are 4 meters. The reason why I wanted to do that is because apparently the beam ones are a lot better than the the beam ones are better than the single ones as far as efficiency with resources and better armor. So we can test that out here. Right here we can see wood blocks. Let's see the wood block here. Excuse me. Trusty wooden block. It floats. Over here, right over here, it says health is 100. Armor is 3. Weight is 0.1. So let's look at this guy. Health is 600. Let's see. A wood block is, so this guy is 4 meters, which is 4 blocks. It has 600 health. That's more health than this guy. Its armor is 3, so it's the same, which would make sense. Its weight is 0.4, so it's basically the same as the wood block, so it has more health, which is making me think, wow, that's better. Not by much, just marginally. I'm thinking we could close this area off here, this little dock here, and just put the dock over here. I think it would be a lot more interesting. Just have like a little walkway past the engine. But I don't know, maybe somebody else can suggest something a little bit cooler, and maybe I'll take that suggestion and shove it right in this game's arse. I don't know. Could be interesting. For now, I think I might want to build a ship. Or I might use one of my old ones. Old designs. Maybe that attack boat. I like the attack boat. It's my favorite. It's small. We don't have any crystals right now. Oh, we do have 15. So you know what we could do? We can get a crystal farm going. No, not crystal meth. you Walter White fans out there. And get a nice little production. So what we can do is I'm just gonna make an annex over here. An annex to the good old floater here. Maybe that's what we'll call it. We'll call this thing the floater. That's the stupidest name I think I've ever come up with. But come up with a little walkway over here. And now let's make a little bigger than this. Definitely. Maybe I can come back, do this, because I like progress in videos. If you've ever watched me, you probably know that sometimes I make progress, sometimes I don't. Which is what's probably gonna not happen here. And so I can get this done off camera. And so I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I got a little bit done here. Nothing special, really. To be honest, it kind of looks cruddy, but I'm gonna add a door, because why not? I think it's a mystic. Aren't I so funny? We can add a signpost here. You know. Oh yeah, you press G to lock the rotation of something. So we can press Q. We could say this is Crystal Farm. Back, I guess. Crystal Farm? Sure, why not? We'll have a light fixture. Because when it gets dark in this place, it gets dark. If you know what I mean. I mean, it's dark. That's what I'm saying. How much... What are these? Cost... What do they cost? Doesn't really say what they cost, do they? Oh, no, it does. Right down here. 10 parts. 10 oil. Ooh, 10 metal. And 60 RP. Whatever. Forget what RP is. So we have NPC spawner. Don't think I need that. Standard door. That's what I was looking for. I rhymed there. Can I eat a pear? Okay, now it's just stupid. Okay, so now we have that. That's cool. That's cool. Now we want to get down to business. So we're gonna go down. I think it actually is in Mystic. Strategic antenna allows observation of enemy fleet movements on the map and removes the fog of war. Best placed high up. Connect dish segments onto the base. That's cool. Shield projector. Never have really played with those. Teleportation pad. That's cool. Docking station. We'll get familiar with those in a little bit. We do want repair bots actually. Later on, but those cost crystals. So what we want to do is we want to get to resources probably. This guy, Crystal Growth Farm. We'll want a tray. You start with a tray, I believe. Blop, blop, blop. Okay, and then you have these guys. Actually, I think... I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, I see. So I could have it like that. So I like things to line up. Am I weird? Maybe. So you could just stack these on top of each other. I think they support 10 crystals each, or... Each tray can hold up to 20 crystals. So if you have less than 20 crystals in your resource, there's no point in having more than one tray. I don't know. You can stack these up pretty high. I'm gonna stack them like that. The reason we want crystals is because we want to have... I know this is inefficient and it said not to do this, but just in case I forget at some point, we can do that. So at the bottom right, or just the bottom, I guess, you can see we have 15 crystals. They're the one to the far right there. So now we have these things, not contested. Place above the growth. Oh, fuck. God fucking damn it. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. And you know why? because I'm an idiot. So we could do this thing, and then do that, and do this, and then this. Oop. God dang it. Okay. So, the crystal farm grows your existing crystals. It does not work unless you have some crystals grow. It increases your store of crystal as slow use primarily. Attach crystal growth trays above it to allow it to work. Okay. There we go. So, as you can see now, we have 16 crystals. It will slowly increase. I think here, we do not get crystals at all from our resource reserve, so we gotta act fast because we're probably gonna get attacked at some point. Let's check our map. Doesn't look like it. As far as our tent is concerned, but you can see it gets kind of dark. So I'm gonna add a lot of light fixtures probably. But this is kind of the feel I kind of want. Kind of have this main kind of avenue walkway. Maybe the docks can be over here and kind of spread out. And then have different rooms for different purposes. Maybe one for AI control, and probably just keep this our ammo storage. But I don't know about that one. Kind of this crevice you can back into. There's a lot of clipping that's going on here, and I don't like it. Here's like a spare parts crate. I guess it holds spare parts. I don't know. This is our fuel processor. It takes oil and processes it into fuel. And fuel is what makes the world go round. Fuel is what's keeping us afloat. It's what used in the engine. I wish these wood beams would disappear. And it's what engines run on, you know. That's pretty much it as far as that. We want to move on to a different type of platform here. We'll probably keep this platform. We'll just add on a little bit to it, and we will take this. Oop. Uh-oh. There. Isn't this cool? Like, you can do that, and it's just a wood block. It's the same thing. It's just, there's a lot of different models for it, and I like that. So let's armor this up a little bit. I'll be back when I'm ready to make the missile. So I built it up a bit, and I screwed up. It looks like. Or the developer screwed up. But it's an easy fix, to be honest. You just go like this, delete all this, put in this, and take that, put that there, lock the rotation by pressing G, bam, and then, oh, I don't know, that, and then, like, I don't know, I just work here. Anyway, so it looks like we're working with asymmetricness. Actually, that looks really weird, doesn't it? Alright. Whatever, it's off center. Don't look at me. So let's get rid of this guy. Probably should have got rid of everything, because now that will be there for a while. Let's hook this guy up. Let's go to missiles. No, let's go to... what is it called? Controls? No. Air? No. Mystic? No. I will find it one of these days. New object, spin turn block, torqueless. Yeah, you can make stuff that'll fly. You can make stuff that'll go into space. You can make. There's space. I've never been there, but it sounds fun. So now we have our little turn block thing here, and it's apparently having some trouble with that cannon there. So let's get down to the business at hand. Let's here we go. Let's move it around a little bit. It'll be fine in a second here. Let's actually just add just 2 of those. Looks nice, looks weird, kind of but we'll slap down a missile controller. Press Q on it, you bring up some options. Required accuracy before fire. Let's just put that down to 25. 26, good enough. Firing delay. I'll have it at 0. Let's have it at 2. Because if we have multiple things, then I think it will shoot them at different times. So we can slap on a missile 6-way connector. I don't think we really need that, to be honest, because we could just slap on a couple of these guys. Let's have them facing up. And now we can have ejector add-on. What? This launcher ejector is used to propel the missile forwards at launch. Up to 4 can be added. Okay, cool. So like a torpedo thing. Cool. I don't need that. So let's have it a 4? 5. Let's have 5. As you can see, the game automatically put stuff in there. Press Q on it, and there's this whole entire awesome thing that you can do, and that's building each individual part. Each individual part obviously does its own specific thing, except for body, which is retarded. I don't like it, because it doesn't do anything. So I can load one of my own ones. A hybrid cruise missile seems to do the best. What it does is I can show you what each one does, I guess. Fins allow the missile to turn more, but of course if you add more onto the missiles, like have a 6-block long missile rather than what I'm having as a 5-block long, it'll turn more slowly because it has more weight. So adding more fins will help reduce that. Fuel tanks allow the fuel to burn a lot longer. Short-range thrusters, obviously, it's necessary if... It's pretty much almost necessary unless you're doing a torpedo. Or a bomber. I never added one to the bomber. Short-range thruster, the more you add, the faster it'll burn through the fuel, of course, but it will go... The thruster will be a lot faster, so you'll probably want to add more fins in that case to control it better. Explosive warhead is awesome. It does more damage to, I believe, metal. It's much more effective in the metal department compared to... Where's the fragmentation warhead, which shoots a bunch of projectiles. Little small projectiles. I could show you a little bit later, but it fragments in a cone, depending on how you specify it, in an elevation offset. So it'd fragment more up or more down. I'd imagine if you were a plane, you would have that negative, so it would point downward more below decks on the ship. If it was a multiple deck ship. Or you can have a cone angle, so that's a 3-dimensional cone, of course, because the cone is 3D, right? And that could be more 180, so it would spill out everywhere from impact, or you could have it at 1%, where it would just be directly at the nose where it'd be, I guess, 1% would be very valuable if you had the AI targeting for ammo barrels, which explode, which is awesome. I'm doing a mix: 2 fragmentation warheads, 2 explosive warheads, a laser designated receiver, which I have yet to put on, 3 fuel tanks, because this is a cruise missile. You want that thing to go long range, and 1 fin. You know, don't need too much. Oh, you can see that the fragmentation warhead shoots out 50 sharp fragments. It's good for wood. It tears apart wood like no tomorrow. Although if you use the explosive warhead, it's pretty much useless, because it's not useless against wood, but it's not as effective as fragmentation, because explosive is just to get through that armor. Fragmentation, when it impacts, it pretty much hits that hits the wood. About maybe 25 of those razor sharp fragments will just destroy the wood, and then the other 25 will wreak havoc inside of the ship. That's why I kind of have 2. Is I'm hoping that the explosive warhead take out the armor, fragmentation, kind of jumble around the insides. I thought I heard a ship. Are we being attacked at all? That would suck. Big balls. Okay, doesn't look like it. So let's go back. There's a lot of other cool stuff you can do. Safety fuse. There's a lot of things you can do to make sure that the missile doesn't explode or do damage or target allied vessels or your own vessel that is firing it. Laser beam rider, I'm not sure what that is. This backward facing laser receiver will follow the beam of the missile laser block. This laser does not have to be pointed at the target until the terminal stages. Not sure what exactly that does. Laser designated receiver will follow a laser. That's what I'll be using. Proximity fuse. I guess that's good for mines. If a ship gets too close to the missile, it will explode on impact, or it will just explode, not on impact. Jesus, that's the whole point of it. Is not explode on impact, but explode near. 1 turn. This unit will direct the missile onto the course the player was facing when they launched the missile. That's interesting, I guess. Guess that's good if you're... I don't know. There's a whole lot of uses for these magnets for mines. Those are good, and that's what I have on my bomber thing. When you launch it, it kind of it goes towards nearby vehicles, so it could be your own ship. And it's really useful because it's a persistent little bugger. Ballast tanks, depth charges, and torpedoes. I'm pretty sure up to 10 meters. I think you can specify what depth it can be. At. So useful for things like useful for depth charges, you know, for against submarines that are underwater. Lay those down. Submarine will go near them. You could have a proximity fuse. Bam! It explodes right near them. I think this was a fragmentation warhead, and this was at 45. Close enough for government work. Camera for IR seekers. I guess a more specific way of targeting specific things like engines and shields, it looks like. Probably a whole lot of different uses. Oh, that's weird. 0 aims at center of mass. 1 aims at shields. 2 aims at a particular random block. 3 aim at hot things, so like engines, thrusters. 4, I guess, nothing. Interesting. Cable drum. Harpoon cable drum. Oh, okay. So you could have a harpoon. Nice. Drag things close. So you could have some type of propeller thing of doom. Put a bunch of rams on it, and then it will shred through a ship. That's cool. That's cool. I like where that's headed. Gotta love my nasally voice. Okay. A whole lot of this other stuff I'm not really sure what it does. Augmented proportional navigational. Uses the fins to accelerate the missile such that the target at constant bearing. This helps to ensure an impact. Oh, I think that kind of estimates where the target will be. I guess that's good for infrared seeker, which is another one I use. Infrared looks like it just aims at hot things, engines, jets, thrusters, that type of thing. So let's do that. We're going to exit there. We're going to go over here. We're going to load. I spent too much time explaining that. I'll probably cut that out. Maybe. And so now what? Well, now we're going to need a missile laser emitter. Kind of looks awkward like that, but trust me, it works. I think you... Yeah. I think you can't. I don't think you can, Oh, I guess you can. Like that, I guess. And then it'll aim at a nearby ship, and then the missiles will launch, and then they'll go towards where the end of the target is, end of the laser designated receiver. Believe it or not, that's almost set up. Actually, that's all set up. The rest is going to be through AI. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace... we won't place the block under it, but we will go into the AI. AI... Why can't I... What? So you can have flag posts, I guess. Why wouldn't it let me, Oh, I think I know why. Because I'm still technically editing this thing. When really, I want to be editing, I think that button. Yeah, here. This is now editing the base. I was editing the thing on the spin block. So let's go down here. We're going to have our AI mainframe right here. Exposed? Maybe. I don't know. I just work here. So let's put this guy. Left, right slot. Bam. It's connected to a mainframe. So how AI works is you have a mainframe. You can have multiple of these in case you want to have different guns select different targets. In that case, I would suggest using an AI mainframe. So one cannon can aim towards one ship, and the other one that can't really aim at the other one can aim at a different ship and fire at that one. For now, we only have one, so one spin block, one kind of turret, so we'll just keep this. You'll have an AI card slot. What that'll be is it will put in cards which specify different AI behaviors and properties. I could do naval AI, which will specify the broadside. That's for more like boats that will attack via from the water. And so it specifies a bunch of properties that you can specify, like approach distance, and then I think approach distance is okay. You can see it kind of gives the properties out in a paragraph. So below 200 meters, engage with the broadside. So at 200 meters or below, it will turn at an angle of 75 degrees, and you can specify what degrees that is. And that is degrees, I think, from your ship is facing at 0 degrees. So 75 degrees would be like the right side. 75 degrees towards the right side. It will leave the broadside at 300, and then we'll try to approach the target until it is within 200 meters, and then it will go back into the broadside. Auto approach distance will approach to within 51 meters of an allied player when no enemies are present. I don't know, but I guess you would want that because a lot of times your allied ships will pretty much go on top of each other and freaking, I don't know, have sex or something. They'll just be pretty much be running into each other and causing damage, and you don't want that. So I guess you could set that pretty high or not, depending on how you want. We want this. So we'll slap that on to the left or right side, because that's what this card is. Left and right is where the cards go, and then forward and backward are either the AI mainframes or other AI card slots. So you could do it like this. Bam. And you could have this be here. And you could say, you could see at the top there, target prioritization algorithm, but at the second line it says connected to a mainframe. So it's still connected to the mainframe. But for now, gonna go like this. And then we're gonna specify set value per block. And here you can set where the like values per block of what you want to destroy. So if you want them to attack the engines first, you would set this value higher than the rest. Or if you want to attack weapons, go ahead and set that. Well, you can set everything else lower to 10 or whatever this thing is. You can set stuff for flying things. So if something's at a higher altitude, so then that would mean that you know, things that fly they have an altitude, you know. So they would go attack something at altitude. I don't really care about how fast something goes or how high something goes or whatever. I just want that thing to shoot at whatever and see what comes away. This by itself does not control this thing, so what we need is looking for it. Not a patrol card. Local weapon controller. That thing looks intense now. They really changed these things. Okay, that's interesting. Controlling 0 weapons. I think it has to be connected to a mainframe. So, to connect it to a mainframe, we will use wireless. So we need a wireless they transmit mainframe signals to wireless receivers. Okay, so we need a receiver here, is what I'm gathering here. No mainframe connected, and so we will just slap the transmitter right there. Connected to mainframe, channel 1. Connected to mainframe, channel 1. Controlling 0 weapons. Interesting. Why not? Oh yeah, and then there's a whole bunch of things here which I don't really care to take into effect. Maximum altitude to engage, so you can set it to ignore certain targets at certain property that have certain properties. At the top you can see there's a compass. I'm kind of glancing up there to look for the red kind of markers. See, you can see there's a green one right there. It's kind of an open, then a pipe, and then a closed bracket. That's us. That's our friendly little fortress here. I'm looking for red ones of those, but it looks like we're still safe. I want to know why this is not connecting to this. So what we can do, I guess, select that, shift, fuck. Well, now I have to redo all that. That's okay. Gosh, freaking dang it. I've been playing too much, what's it called? Robocraft. Anyway, this episode's gone pretty long, so let me just do this. Let me just fill all this, and then maybe next episode we can begin building a ship to go out and kill stuff.